I have just pulled up at the supermarket, and today's video, I'm gonna take you food shopping with me. You're gonna be sat in my little trolley, hopefully I don't get kicked out, and I'm gonna run you through all the foods that I eat currently to carry out a successful bulk. And what I also am gonna do is give you some ideas for yourself, because I appreciate not everyone's gonna eat the same food as what I do. And as well as that, for any budget-friendly audiences, people out there watching, I'm on a little bit of a budget as well. I used to shop at Marks and Spencer's, but now I've come to Tesco's because I need to cut down on my finances a little bit, especially when it comes to food with our move to Spain. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please do let us know if you want to see more of this. I have done this a few times on my YouTube channel before, but they seem to go down really well and you guys enjoy it. And I'm just going to waffle and talk a load of shit and just give you some friendly advice, as well as we'll just have a little catch up and a bit of an update of where the Georgie boy is at this moment of time. So don't forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Right, so we are in, and I've finally been able to set up this bloody camera because it's been a bit of a nightmare trying to sort it out without trying to look really, really weird. Make sure when you come to Tesco's, you always do the scan and go. It's so much easier than fucking queuing up and feeling like an absolute bloody peasant when it comes to shopping. I've got my headphones in as well because I don't want to look like that I'm basically a weirdo walking around the shop recording myself, so it looks like I'm actually talking on the phone or something like that. So let's start off with the good old protein, the good old hardcore stuff. The first thing that I actually wanted to grab, in my opinion, when it comes to protein sources, a lot of people always stay clear of the fattier proteins. And especially when you're bulking, it's important to remember that calories in versus calories out is the most important thing, right? You've got to be putting in more calories. So I'll give you an example. You know, traditionally, if you're getting, for example, yogurt, this phage, I don't even know how you say it. Typically, people get the 0% fat one, which per 100 grams is 54 calories. Next to that, you've got the 5% one, and per 100 grams here is 93 calories. So you're nearly getting double the amount of calories for the same amount of volume as well. And a lot of people mention about how, oh, my appetite's really low and I can't get my food in, but then they're going for things like 0% fat-free yogurt, you know? Like, go for the 5%, go for something which is maybe 7%, and it's the same volume, but you're getting way more calories for it. Beef mince. I've been enjoying my beef mince recently. Now, again, at the moment, I'm eating the 5% because I don't need to go any higher than that, but it's back to what I said about the yogurt situation. Like, look, you've got, what's this? Where is it? You've got, you know, 20% beef mince here, which, okay, yeah, is 24 grams of fat per 125 grams, but that's 315 calories, whereas this is 165. So you're almost getting like double the amount of calories for the same amount of volume. That's what I'm trying to say. So at the moment, my appetite isn't like really low, so I don't need to necessarily push that, but I have done before, you know, when I'm pushing up towards 5,000 calories, which sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. Little things like that can also make a big difference, okay? So don't be afraid to pick up those fattier cut meats. Also, do you know what a fucking joke is at the moment? Beef mince, 750 grams, £7.19. Just eat that for a second, £7.19 for something that's gonna last me, if I have 150 grams a day, 300 for 4 days. That's fucking terrible. Like, I remember when I first started bodybuilding, beef mince used to be fucking super cheap. It actually used to be super cheap. And now it's just gone up all of a sudden, like £7.19, that just doesn't seem right. Like, what the actual fuck? That's something that I might need to look into a little bit more. I mean, you can get 5%, look, you can actually, this is a bit of advice for anyone that's struggling with beef mince at the moment. So that's £7.19, okay? British pork mince, 5% here, okay? 500 grams, £2.65, okay? And that's 500 grams, that's the most that they do. So per kilo, that's £5.10. And then per kilo here is £9.95. So you're saving fucking £5 if you get pork mince. Now, am I a big fan of pork? I kind of think it's a bit of a dirty meat, to be honest with you. But if fucking beef mince keeps going up in price, I might actually have to do that. I actually generally might have to do that. Okay, so next on this, chicken breast. Now, chicken breast is luckily a little bit cheaper for for protein, but again, that's going up in price as well, and the quality of it is shit. This is why I don't like the supermarkets. It's because the quality is just bang average, right? But again, needs must, unfortunately. Oh, as a kid, I used to love Fridge Raiders. Fuck me, 100% real chicken breast. Well, chicken breast 91%, but then they've got loads of other ingredients in there as well. So another big part of my diet is fish. I do love a good old fucking salmon fillet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab some, again, rest day salmon fillet always goes down an absolute treat, to be honest with you. I don't have crazy amounts of fish in my diet. That looks pretty good, to be honest. I'll take that. But salmon fillet, good quality omegas, and it just fucking tastes brilliant. And I think that's the important thing to mention when you are bulking, is that you want your food to taste good, yeah? You don't want your food to taste absolutely shit. So make an effort with your food. If I was having some nice bagels, bit of Philadelphia, again, I would go for some smoked salmon. Absolutely beautiful. That's like a treat. That's like a holiday thing that I do. Me and Vicky, we go abroad and we just have avocado, sourdough bread, eggs, and that reminds me, eggs. There we go, just reminded myself. Eggs and a bit of Philadelphia on there. That's absolutely banging. Now, again, other options which are pretty easy to get in is going to be your eggs. Now, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Bertford brown eggs. I love Bertford brown eggs. However, they're fucking pricey. Like, what is going on with the world at the moment? It's kind of scary. Like, being a bodybuilder actually is pretty hard. So traditionally, I would always go for the premium ones. So I normally go for these chestnut ones if I come to, actually no, I'll go for these rich yolk ones here. These ones are pretty good quality, but they're a little bit cheaper. And at the moment they're on club cards, so I'm gonna probably take a few of those bad boys. But again, like eggs, you can do so much with eggs as well. Like when clients inquire to me about coaching, they're like, oh, I don't like eggs. And I'm like, there's so many different ways that you can make eggs. Like, you've got to love eggs. Like, I cannot not. Again, eggs make a super delicious breakfast anyway. So Vicky normally has the egg whites at the moment, so I'm gonna shove them in there like that. She makes like a little omelette out of it, which is really nice. And the last thing that I actually would suggest is, I don't normally buy it anymore, but for anyone that is on a budget, I used to absolutely love, when I first started bodybuilding, tuna. Now, at the moment, you can get like so much. You get mackerel, you can get fucking salmon, you can get the whole lot. Again, these things are quick, convenient, and they get the job done, you know? Like these fridge ones here, you know, yeah, £1.50, but I mean, per one you get 28 grams of protein pretty much in this. Yeah, 28 grams of protein. You've also got some mackerel. Yeah, you've got so many different varieties here. Sardines as well. Again, would I eat sardines? Fucking no, I would not. But each can is 162 calories. 12 grams of fat, 13 grams of protein, 2 of those. You know, you've got your protein target for each meal. So, as you can see, there's always a way around everything that you do, okay? You've just got to find a way. And sometimes, when you're bulking, needs must. Sometimes you've just got to get the calories in, and you've just got to eat, and that's simply it, and that's what it simply comes down to. Okay, so yeah, if you're down to a budget, that's what I would recommend. Would I eat sardines? No, but if I had to, you know, I just fucking would. Another great option for anyone who is on a budget are chicken thighs. Okay, a little bit cheaper than chicken breast. Again, you get a little bit more fat in some of them, depending on what ones you buy. Chicken thighs, they do the job, you know. Actually, they taste much better than chicken breast, in my opinion. So if you are on a little bit more of a budget, then you could certainly go for something like that. Another protein choice that I literally walked past that I've been absolutely loving at the moment is some bacon medallions. I've been having bacon medallions recently instead of egg whites, because obviously, you know, bacon medallions are pretty lean, and also, again, volume-wise, is a lot less than what I was eating before. So, again, bacon medallions going straight in there. Beautiful, on a bit of sourdough bread, lovely, bit of crumpet. That's my cup of tea, that. So, you know what? I've come to the supermarket nice and early today because I thought it'd be quiet, but fucking everyone seems to have done the exact same thing as what I'm doing, and One thing I really hate, my pet peeve at supermarkets, is people walking really slowly and they're looking like it's a fucking museum. And they're going, oh, look at this is really nice. No, just pick the fucking food up and just go. The second thing as well, which really bugs me, is when someone dumps their trolley here, they'll dump it there. And what they'll do is they'll just come over here and just, oh yeah. And then I'm trying to get to where their trolley is. And I'm like, I can't get to the fucking thing that I want because your trolley is in the way. So that is one of my biggest pet peeves, to be honest with you. Let's move on to the carbohydrate sources. One thing that I always suggest when it comes to rice is like buy yourself like a big packet of rice like this. Now, I normally get mine from Amazon because it's actually a lot cheaper than the supermarket, but yeah, you're going to save yourself so much money and you're not going to have to continuously keep buying, for example, your rice. We normally stick with jasmine rice. So up next on the list is sourdough crumpets. Now luckily Jason's bread, they have actually released some new sourdough crumpets, and my honest opinion, they actually taste really, really good. I'm a big fan of these, so I have 4 a day at the moment of these crumpets. So as you can see, we stock up on a fair amount. But luckily with these is that if you don't actually use it, you can just put them in the freezer. So you've actually saved yourself, how many have I got there? 4, probably buy another packet, why not? Vicky is starting to eat a little bit more as well. She has a couple a day now, so yeah, 5 will do, to be honest with you. That's 9 quid just spent on fucking crumpets. I must be losing my plot. I spoke at the beginning of the video about being on a budget, but I think I've just thrown it out the absolute window when it comes to that. So yeah, I've been loving crumpets at the moment. They've been going down nicely. The sourdough ones, in these particular Jason ones, there's a lot less ingredients in them compared to the actual usual sourdough ones. Now, if I was bulking and I was needing to get my calories in, one thing that I would not skip is wraps. I love fajitas, but also what you can do with this is you can make it into like a burrito. So you can get like kidney beans, you can get rice in there, you can get cheese in there, avocado, obviously you get your meat in there as well, you can get some lettuce, peppers. Again, these are pretty, per wrap is 191 calories for one of these wraps, okay? Very, very easy and convenient. And let's be honest, like making fajitas in particular is, it's not hard to do, you know, you've got to be a retard if you can't fucking cook fajitas at the end of the day. So again, easy meal that you can implement there. Of course, you can't skip past the bagels. I'm not using any bagels at the moment, but again, very easy, very convenient, and again, 229 calories per bagel. That goes down a treat. Now, I've just realised they've got this everything New York bagel. Fucking banging that. They look good. Might have to treat myself to one of those. And they've got so many different flavours now, you know. That in the old post-workout meal, bagel, some jam, maybe a little bit of honey on there. That will go down a fucking treat, okay? And if you are interested in like making, I don't know, like a homemade burger, sometimes what I like to do is when I eat off plan, I like to make something homemade so I know exactly what's in it and I can control the portion size. Like Jason's, they have tiger rolls with sourdough. Like absolutely fucking banging. That sounds langers. So again, little things like that, guys, very easy and very convenient to get in as well. Whilst I'm here, I'll show you a few other bits that you can get hold of, especially when calories do get high. Jack Forburn's watching this. I know he's not a fan of honey, but I am. I love my honey on my oats. You can put honey on absolutely anything, like even like chicken and rice with a bit of honey on top. That is absolutely banging. Again, it's less volume. That's the important thing to remember here, is that these things are low volume. So it's all about getting those calories in. And again, you can go for these types of jams as well. They do the job, to be honest with you. So little things like that are gonna help you get the calories in. I'm a big fan of the set honey. I love set honey more than the squirty stuff, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day when it comes to it. So yeah, like I said, easy, convenient, get the job in, as simple as that when it comes to it. So just all you need to focus on is the calories, okay? Up next is the cereal section. You cannot walk past the cereal section. When I went to New York for my 21st birthday, a long time ago now, the cereal they have over there absolutely blows the UK away completely. So oats, again, love my pre-workout oats. I've had it for the last 5 years, and to be honest with you, I don't think that's ever going to change. Again, very easy, very convenient, sits well, and again, tasty as fuck because you can add different proteins into it, you can have different toppings and things like that. When the off season gets really, really tough, what happens with the Geordie boy is the granola comes out. I mean, my absolute favourite granola, cannot beat it one bit, is obviously the crunchy nut granola. This stuff is absolutely 10-10. Now they do a variety of different crazy shit here, like fucking protein boost granola shit, but if I was to pick anything, it would be this bad boy. Now, per serving, which is 45 grams, which is, bear in mind, it's just a handful. It's a poverty amount. 218 calories, 10 grams of fat, 26 carb, 3 grams of protein for a handful of granola. Again, that with a bit of yogurt, maybe with some cereal as well. Oh, to me, that sounds like a fucking good meal. So yeah, granola would, I'm not at the moment at that point, but granola would be my my favourite option of calorie dense foods to add into my plan. Now, if I had to pick cereal, in the comments guys, I want to know, what is your favourite cereal, okay? My favourite cereal is the Crispy Minis. These are absolutely goated. Now, what I've actually just seen, which is apparently brand new, never seen these before, caramelised biscuit. That sounds banging. When I was at uni, I used to have these in my pre-workout meal. I actually did a food challenge. I did like a 15K food challenge once, and I had these, and I instantly regretted it because there's so much fibre in here. I think, yeah, per 40 grams, there's 4 grams of fibre. So I had about 150, and I had about fucking 15 grams of fibre, and it absolutely blown my stomach out, and I nearly ruined the video. Again, if you want rice-based products, I'd always go for something like Rice Krispies. Again, sits a little bit better, in my opinion, and is lesser calories compared to half of these things. I do like cornflakes. I love Cheerios. I tell you what's really underrated. Honey Cheerios, absolutely underrated. Oh, I tell you what else is underrated as well. Crunchy nut. Fucking bang. Now, for anyone who is on the go and needs quick food, quick carbs to get in, first thing on the agenda, rice cakes. Fuck me. What's this? Sour cream and chive rice cakes. Absolutely banging. Again, they've got the chocolate ones, they've got the salted caramel ones. All of those are absolutely banging. They do have, I think Calorie released some as well. Dark chocolate ones as well, which are absolutely 10-10. Again, have a little bit more calories in them, but they'll do the fucking job. And it comes back to what I've said throughout this whole entire video right now, is sometimes you've just got to simply do what you've got to do, okay? The next thing, yeah, if you're on the go, is, again, they've got some, actually, here we go. Look, they've got some Belgian dark chocolate Calorie rice cakes. Per thin is 60 calories, 3 fat, 7 carb. This whole packet, which is what, 75 grams, nearly 400 calories for this. And they are banging as well. So rice cakes, I've always been a fan of the old rice cakes. These ones, like I said to you before. But what I have recently incorporated into my diet is square bars. So in the comments, guys, let us know what your favourite square bar is. My favourite, in my opinion, has to be, it's got to be the chocolate ones. If I'm ever in a mood for it, it's definitely going to be the chocolate ones. However, I would say the marshmallow, the basic ones, they are underrated as fuck, to be honest with you. Vicky really likes the marshmallow ones. Again, very convenient, on the go, and it does the fucking job. And again, like for me, I'm all about efficiency sometimes, especially with how busy life is at the moment. It is go, go, go. Some of us haven't got time to sit down and fucking eat food and prep every single meal fresh. As much as that sounds amazing, sometimes you've just got to simply do what you've got to do. One other simple thing that I often like to, not often, but I sometimes like to have actually, which is banging, is some noodles. Like, again, in my opinion, no harm in having some noodles, like a little stir fry, little bit of chicken, some vegetables in there. That's fucking banging. Like, that's banging. And again, it's very convenient to get in as well. Like, you don't have to fuss or really do much. All you've got to do is just heat things up when you actually think about it. Like, the noodles are already cooked, the veg is half cooked anyway. It's not hard to cook veg. Obviously, all you've got to do is just cook the meat, you know? So easy when it comes to this side of things. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you is some of my favorite not sugary, but some of my favorite carbonated drinks. So, of course, you cannot beat Pepsi Max Cherry. If I had to go for absolutely any drink on the world for the rest of my life, or any fucking fizzy drink for the rest of my life, it would be a Pepsi Max Cherry all bloody day. I am a big fan of drinking, especially on my rest days at the moment. I absolutely love a Volvic water. Now, in my opinion, the absolute GOAT of Volvic waters is the sugar-free watermelon one. Funny enough, a couple of months ago when I was dieting, I don't know, actually, I think it might have been in prep as well. I actually bought the sugar version of this and nearly drank half of it, and then I clocked on to like, oh, this tastes a little bit funny. What's this? And looked at it, and it's fucking the full sugar, as we call it, full fat. I don't know why we call it full fat when it's not. There's no fucking fat in it at all. But it was the full vat Volvic water, and I shat myself. I think I had about 30 grams of carbs from it. That was not good, bruv. I make sure I learn my lesson now, and for some reason, some twat decided to put that back on the shelf there, and I pick it up in the sugar-free section thinking it was sugar-free. So I thought, oh no, I've fucking ruined it now. You know, I'm gonna get fat. You know, as we say, I'm gonna get fat. As bodybuilders, reality is you ain't gonna get fat at all, bruv. Just fucking work harder the next day, innit? At the moment, we don't have any dark chocolate, but I've always been a big fan of dark chocolate. Can't beat Lint's good dark chocolate. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of it. Do actually prefer. What I was recently having before I didn't have dark, so I was recently having the greens and blacks. That stuff is really, really good. However, it's fucking expensive. £3.25 for 90 grams of it. And I'd have 20 grams of that, and that'd last me a couple of days, to be honest. So yeah, fucking hell, not good. So the next thing on the list is seasonings and sauces. So there is no harm in my opinion. I wouldn't ever get olive oil from the supermarket, to be honest. I'd buy like a proper bottle if I had to. But sometimes, again, calories, like things like clients who are struggling to get calories in or struggling to eating, what I would typically program for them is like 10 grams of like olive oil on top of their food. Not only does it taste banging because you've got that like oily flavor to your food, but at the same time, it is calories at the end of the day. So if you are struggling again to get your calories in, olive oil is a great one which doesn't add any sort of volume to your food. I wanted to go through some of the seasonings and sauces that I use at the moment throughout the bulk. Again, I don't mind people using, if they need to of course, like the higher sugar, higher fat sauces. I don't mind that at all. Now, my favorite at the moment that I've been using is, number one, I love the reduced sugar Blue Dragon sweet chili sauce. That one's absolutely banging. What I have been using recently that I've been absolutely like milking it with, if I can fucking find it. Where is it, bro? Where is it? Okay, here it is. Ah, yes, it's on Club Card. Is the Peri Peri barbecue sauce from Nando's. This one is 10 out of 10. It's that good, I'm gonna get 2 of them. That one's banging. Been using that recently on things like beef mince, on eggs. It's been going down a right tree. Again, with the mayonnaises, like if someone was really struggling with their appetite and they were having, let's say, you know, the lighter than light mayonnaise that they have from Hellmann's, the 15 calorie one here, you know, if someone was struggling, I have no problem with them going over to like the lighter mayo. So difference here wise is this is 15 calories per 15 grams. This is 40 calories per 15 grams. So again, if you're struggling to get your calories in, don't hide away from these particular things, all right? Seasonings that I like to use whilst cooking my food. A few things that I'll always use that you see in the YouTube channel. Number one is the aromat. This goes on literally anything. Polish seasoning, Vicky got me into this. Thank fuck I met her in my life because she introduced me to some banging foods. The other thing that I use, and luckily this is the last one that I've got, is the smoked paprika. I love adding that onto things like beef mince, even on eggs as well. That goes down a treat. Chicken, it just goes on basically anything. Okay, so we are now moving on to the fruits and vegetables, which I wouldn't be surprised if you guys skip past this bit because nobody really gives a fuck, do they, about fruit and vegetables. But I still think it's a very important part of your diet. And even when bulking, I still believe, like I see and watch a lot of like influencers, they're eating, they do 4 days of eating, and I'm just sitting there going, well, where the fuck's the veg? Like, you're meant to be promoting, you know, a very healthy, balanced lifestyle. And it blows my mind also as well, where these guys are using assistants, using steroids, and they don't eat any vegetables. Now, I'm not saying fucking vegetables is gonna save you from all the assistants that you're using. If you're sitting there advocating X, Y, and Z, damn well believe I'm gonna be making sure that I have a good balanced diet to make sure that I get some of my micro ingredients in. And people are like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna use a multivit so I can cover all the bases. I'm just thinking, no, like you're in the totally wrong headspace when it comes to all of that. What I'm trying to say to you here, guys, is make sure you get your fucking vegetables in, okay? Don't eat like a child. Oh, I don't like vegetables. Come to the supermarket and look how many vegetables there are. Look how many vegetables there are. Oh, I don't like mushrooms, I don't like this, I don't like that. What the fuck are you, 12 years old, okay? Absolute child, bruv. So get your fruit in. Some of my favourite fruits at the moment is pineapple, and I love a pink lady apple. I love a pink lady apple. I've got some at home, so I don't actually need some today. I would traditionally get some nice pink lady apples. We actually have a apple tree near our house. I was going to bite into one because they actually look really juicy and fresh. But this is how my mindset works. I get fucking scared because I'm like, oh, it's come off a tree. Like, I'm weird like that. Like, I'll eat it at the supermarket, but I won't eat it when it comes, like, directly pick it off a tree. Does that make sense? That's how fucking tapped I am in the head. Up next is pineapple. I do enjoy a little bit. Oh, fucking hell, the tag's ripped off. That's a good start, Georgie boy. I do love a bit of pineapple, to be honest with you, throughout the day. Again, plenty of benefits when it comes to pineapple as well. I always try and check whether they're the right ones or not, you know. I don't like buying the mangy ones. If you come into Tesco's as well, what you can do, this is a little hack that I do. If you see if you've got like this bit here, if you can't see, if you've got the bit here where you're trying to like bananas or things like that, all you simply need to do is just pull out the tray bit here and just grab whatever you want from underneath there. If it's obviously underneath there, sometimes they're empty, but it's more of the quote unquote fresher stuff, if that makes sense. I've just walked past half the fruits and veg that I need, so I'm just gonna walk straight back. People must be looking at me like an absolute fucking madman walking around here. The amount of stares that I get with having a camera and recording themselves, but they'll go home and watch, like, I don't know, EastEnders, and I'm just like, well, what's the fucking difference, you know? I just think people don't really see it in reality. I just think people live in like in their own little bubble, and I'm in my own little bubble, so leave me be, leave me be. I actually do get a lot of questions about how do you record yourself in the shots like this, and you know, how do I get over the fear of people judging me and stuff like that? And simply, my advice is always going to be, look, you know, obviously I've been doing this for years now, so I'm very much like used to walking around and recording myself, and you know, I don't really care about what other people think. I think I've just learned that over the years of doing this. But the best advice that I give anyone who is wanting to start doing this is treat it like a job. If you treat it like a job, you're going to, you know, put effort in. At the end of the day, yeah, okay, do I get paid a little bit from YouTube? Yeah, I do. I'll happily sit there and admit that I do get some sort of income from doing these sort of things, which has been great. It's not much, by the way. It's not something that I can live on. But if I treated it like a job way before I started getting paid, you know, it took me 5-6 years of doing this to actually start getting any sort of income from it. So if you treat it like a job from day number one, just like anything in life, it will eventually pay off and eventually reward. Anyway, waffled on, and I've not actually mentioned what I picked up. A few things that I picked up, which you didn't see, is broccoli and cauliflower. Again, just some simple greens that we like to have at the moment. And then the next thing that I am grabbing here is bell pepper. So with, for example, like an omelette, it's very easy to put in like spinach, very easy to put in like kale, very easy to put in like bell pepper, and you've got a complex of different vegetables there that not only taste really good, add a little bit more variety into your diet. You know what actually blows my mind as well quickly? I know I'm completely waffling here, but we're just gonna run with it. This is how fucking lazy we are as people. I know I've picked up chopped broccoli and cauliflower, but you come to this fruit section here and it's already got them sliced up ready for you to eat. That's how fucking lazy people are. It actually does blow my mind how society has changed, and we can't cut up fruit and veg and we've got to buy it pre-sliced. Like, even me, like, I'm just like, I can't be asked to slice broccoli and cauliflower, and I just buy it pre-made. It's absolutely mental. Another bulking hack that I do typically use when appetite is seriously low, like when I'm pushing food, what comes out? What comes out is the juices. The juices come out. I'm not an apple person, I don't know why I picked that up. I'm more of an orange, if I do have to drink orange. But again, it's liquid calories, you know, per 150 ml of this is 14 grams of carbs. And that's just basically like drinking water, you know? It goes down so easy. So if you are struggling to get your calories in, then I absolutely have no problems. And I have clients that have liquid calories. Sometimes you've got to do it. When you're pushing 700, 800 gram of carbs, when you're pushing 5,000 calories of food, again, back to what I said before, you can't sit down and just fucking eat. You've got to sometimes, it takes so long. Like sometimes I've spent before like 45 minutes getting down food. But if I grab some orange juice, I can literally remove a decent amount of food, and I can have 2 glasses of orange juice, the same amount of calories, and I've spent way less time eating. I just spent way less time eating. So little things like that, again, I don't mind at all. Now, for any budget-friendly people out there that are watching, come to the frozen section and buy your vegetables here. You can already buy, I mean, cauliflower and broccoli. For me, I don't like the frozen veg because it's very like watery. Like when you cook it, it's just very soggy and mushy. I'm not a big fan of that. But if you need to, at the end of the day, you can get all your shit here, and it's fucking cheap as well. I mean, cauliflower, broccoli, 900 grams is 122 pound. £1.22. You've got green beans here, you've got trimmed green beans. I mean, 900 grams of the fine trimmed green beans here, £1.07. And you've got your veg there. So again, there's just no excuses when it comes to that aspect of things, you know? I just think it's poor when people, I just think it's lazy. I judge you if you don't eat any fruit or veg. I literally judge you as a person. If you're just eating fucking chicken and rice and nothing else, I am judging you, bruv. If that's what you want to do, day in day, that's you. But for me, you've got to get a little bit of variety in there. Up next, as you can probably see, I'm picking up some frozen fruit. So I've got my blueberries and my raspberries. They are typically my go-to. I'll have this with like cream of rice. I'll have this with like oats. Again, that goes down an absolute treat. Finally, a few last bits that I need to pick up is number 1, toilet roll. So man's bulking at the moment and man goes for more shit. So you need to get premium toilet roll, which is gonna cushion the bum hole very nicely. So yeah, got some nice toilet roll to go in there. I hate getting toilet roll from the supermarket because it just shows you, hi guys, I shit quite often, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like people looking, I know everyone does it, but it's just kind of like, you don't want anyone to know about it. And then finally, oh, I need to get a bowl for Vicky. I need to get a bowl for Vicky. I nearly forgot about that, and she would have fucking gone skit. Now, if you're now, this is just my advice, okay? This isn't turned into a fucking pet fucking channel. But if you come to Tesco's or any supermarket and you're buying your dogs some treats, make sure, again, these are fucking expensive, I'm just thinking about it. Make sure you get the good boy stuff, because when you actually look at the ingredients in here, this is 90% chicken breast. This is actually good stuff. Come to here and you're getting the pedigree shit. That's just cheap shit that ain't gonna do your dog a world of good. So come here and get the slightly expensive stuff. I mean, I cannot put a price on the dog's health in my opinion. Like the dogs mean the absolute world to me. So I'm gonna happily pay extra. I don't care cutting down my budget for the dogs. At the end of the day, they are my fucking world. So I'm gonna buy them some solid treats. So these little chew sticks as well that I get them, which they really like. Again, you're probably better off going online and buying some better stuff for them. Like we go to, obviously we have our dogs on raw diets and they have some really good treats at the pet store that we go to. But I just can't be asked going there today, so I'm just going to stick to the supermarket. And the other treats that I like to get the dogs are the Lily's Kitchen ones as well. Again, these are pretty good in terms of actually what's in it. There's very little like additives and shit in there, so the dogs seem to like them as well. Mainly Mango. Diesel just likes the cheap shit. He's that type of dog, you know, when you just like buy him like really premium stuff. It's kind of like you go to a bougie restaurant and they prefer to just go to McDonald's. It's kind of like that with the dogs, to be honest with you. Also, one of my biggest pet peeves is coming down the ready cooked aisle. You know, all these fucking microwave, microwave cottage pie, fucking state of it, honestly. I'm fucking judging. If you're eating that shit, I am absolutely judging you 100%. Because there's no excuse for it. Like, how can you eat just shit like that? I mean, it probably does taste banging. It probably is quite nice, but I just couldn't, you know, like I just couldn't ever think about, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna come down here and just grab, oh yeah, like this, what's this fucking pizza here, oh yeah, you know, the pizza company, I'm gonna grab that and have that tonight with some fucking wedgies and a dip on the side. I just don't know how people's brains work like that. I'm sure they could say the exact same to me, and I'm sure they would go, I cannot relate to you one bit, Georgie boy. How can you do the stuff that you do? That's one of the worst things you could do, okay? Don't come to the supermarket when you're hungry, okay? Don't do that. Come to the supermarket when you're not hungry. Oh, I'm tell you what, I'm fucking hungry. McVitie's Digestive Whites, smooth and creamy. That sounds absolutely bang. What's these pink ones about, bruv? Limited edition, pink and right. No, thank you. Yeah, don't come to the shops when you're hungry, because this is what happens. You get hungrier, and this is where people start binging. Like, it's the worst thing you can do on prep. If I was on prep right now, I'd just order my food to the house. Wouldn't bother. Just order the things that I need, and I don't need to stress about it. So please, if you're on prep right now, don't come to the supermarket and start fucking looking through stuff, because it ain't gonna do you world of good. If anything, it's just gonna make you feel fucking 10 times worse. What I am going to do in this video is a giveaway. So I want you to guess the price of my food shop. I have the receipt over here somewhere. I'm just pointing like it's there, it's not there. But I have the receipt. I want you guys in the comments to guess how much that cost me and my food shop. Obviously, I didn't show you the complete things I bought, but you kind of get the idea from what I picked up and what I scanned, how much it roughly would cost. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little giveaway, like a £50 voucher at a supplement store, or give away a pre-workout or something like that on the lines of that. So all you need to do is just put your comment down below, and I will, in 1 week time, announce the winner of that. So Wednesday the 22nd will be when I announce the winner, okay? So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please drop a like, please subscribe if you're new around here. Anything you guys want to see, then obviously please do let us know. And as always, guys, I shall see you in the next one.